Hi, my name is Alan, and today I'm going to be reading The Brave Little Tailor. On a beautiful sunny morning, a tailor sat at his sewing table, happily working away. As he focused on his work, a woman walked down the street and called out, "Fresh homemade jam for sale! Fresh homemade jam!" That sounds delicious, thought the tailor, and he bought every last jar. The tailor was excited to join the fresh jam, and so he found a loaf of bread to eat with. He spread the jam on the bread, looking forward to a snack. Just then, he glanced at the clock and realized his time was running short. He had to continue his sewing. The tailor left his bread and jam and went back to work. Soon, the sweet smell of jam caught the attention of some flies. As the tailor sewed, several flies flew over and buzzed around his plate. "Hey!" cried the tailor. "Shoo! Get away from my bread and jam." But the flies continued to buzz about. Desperate to get rid of them, the tailor took a piece of cloth from his work table and swatted at the flies, squishing them all. When the tailor lifted up the cloth, 7 dead flies lay underneath. What an amazing feat! A real show of true bravery, he thought, very pleased with himself. The little tailor was so impressed by his own skill that he wanted others to know. He made a belt that fit around his waist, and on the buckle he stitched a large number 7 with an inscription below in the thread, 7 in one stroke. Wearing his new belt, the tailor decided that it was the perfect time to go on an adventure. He looked around to see what he could bring with him, but only found an old piece of cheese, which he placed in his pocket. When he stepped outside, he heard a bird rustling in the trees. He took it in his hand and placed it in his pocket as well. The little tailor followed the road up the mountain. Excited by the adventure before him, his steps were light and nimble. When he arrived at the top of the mountain, there sat a giant. The little tailor bravely marched up to him and said, "Hello there, giant. I'm looking for an adventure. Would you like to join me?" "7 in one blow," said the giant upon seeing the tailor's belt and thinking that the 7 were men and not flies. "You must be very strong. Can you do this?" he challenged, picking up a stone in his face and squeezing the water right out of it. The tailor wasn't as strong as the giant, but he was more clever. "Watch this," said the tailor, and she took out the old cheese from his pocket and squeezed it until water dripped out. And the giant towering above him mistook the cheese for a stone. Not wanting to be outdone, the giant challenged the tailor again, this time to see who could throw a rock the farthest. The giant picked up a stone and threw it almost out of sight. The tailor laughed and reached into his pocket for the bird, which the giant again mistook for a stone. When the tailor threw the bird, flapped its wing and flew out of sight. "If you're so strong, help me carry this tree," grumbled the giant. "With pleasure," said the tailor. "Here, I'll carry the branches. I wouldn't want them to scratch you." This seemed reasonable enough to the giant, and so he turned around, picked up the trunk of the tree, and carried it over his shoulder. The tailor quickly scurried into the branches where the giant couldn't see him. He smiled to himself for being so clever and sat hidden on a branch, as the giant carried both the tree and the tailor. Later, when they came to a cherry tree, the giant bent a branch and offered it to the tailor. But the tailor was too weak to hold the branch down. It was launched into the air. The giant accused him of not being very strong, but the tailor had a quick answer. "I was avoiding hundreds arrows. Let's see you jump over the tree." The giant tried, but got caught in the branches, and it looked once more like the tailor had had, had outdone him. "You're so strong and brave. Come and stay the night at my home," said the giant with a gleam in his eye. The tailor agreed, and soon they came to the giant's home, where the tailor was shown in an enormous bed to sleep in. He crawled in and curled up under the pillow. That night, when the giant thought that the tailor was sound asleep, he took a heavy club and broke the bed with a single blow. That should take care of that pesky little man, he thought, not knowing that the tailor was safe and sound under the pillow. The following day, the giant went into the forest to meet some of his giant friends. The giant had forgotten all about the little tailor. That is, until the little tailor appeared before them. The giants were so taken by surprise that they ran away in fear. The tailor laughed at the giants and then carried on. He walked for quite some time before he came to the country yard of a royal palace where he decided to rest. He laid down and fell fast asleep. He was soon noticed by some people who read the inscription on his belt, 7 in one blow. They thought that the little tailor was a great warrior, and soon even the king had heard about the brave stranger. The king was very impressed and offered the tailor a position in his army, which the tailor gladly accepted. If you kill two troublesome giants in the woods, I will grant you my daughter's hand in marriage and half my kingdom as a reward, said the king to the tailor. The king sent 100 horsemen with the tailor, but when the tailor arrived at the edge of the woods, he ordered the horsemen to wait for them there and entered alone. He found the two giants resting under a tree and threw acorns at their heads. Each giant thought that the other was responsible for the blows. They became so angry that they fought each other and knocked each other out. The tailor returned to the horsemen without a scratch and showed the fallen giants. They were astonished. However, the king was not ready to grant the tailor his reward and asked him to perform another heroic deed. A wild unicorn was loose into the woods, and the tailor was to tame it and return it to the king. The tailor went alone into the forest and stood in front of a tree. When the unicorn charged him, he jumped swiftly out of the way. The unicorn's horn stuck into the tree, trapping it there. The tailor pat the unicorn and spoke to it gently to calm it. Then he freed it from the tree and rode it back to the castle. The king could hardly believe it. He made a third request of the tailor. This time the tailor returned to the woods to catch a wild boar. When he found the boar, he taunted it. The boar charged at him and the tailor ran into an empty barn nearby with the wild animal in tow. When the boar was safely inside, the tailor quickly slipped out, closing the door behind him and trapping the animal. Weary, the king had no choice but to grant the tailor his daughter's hand in marriage and half of his kingdom. One night, after they were married, the princess heard the tailor mumble in his sleep. This new fabric will make a wonderful jacket. Oops! The princess gasped and sat up in her bed, her movement waking the tailor. When he realized that he had almost revealed he used to be simple tailor rather than a hero. He pretended to continue mumbling in his sleep. A man who killed 7 in one stroke should have a jacket made of such fine fabric. The princess, who had thought momentarily that she'd finally learned something about her husband's mysterious past, rolled over and went back to sleep. And so, with these sharp wits about him, the little tailor ruled as good and clever king for the rest of his days. The end. Thank you.